really proud of my friend that he just reacted so quickly and so bravely. He was really the first one over there. Even after being injured himself, he went to go help the other man who was bleeding also. Without his help, he would have died.
From 1 year ago, Anthony Sadler describing how he and his friends saved the lives of those aboard a Paris-bound train after an attack by a gunman. He and the others have co-authored a new book entitled The 1517 to Paris, the true story of a terrorist, a train, and 3 American heroes. Anthony Sadler and another one of those heroes, Spencer Stone, sat down with Bill Tucker at Newsmax New York to discuss their fateful encounter, their bravery, and their brand new book.
And thank you. I'm here in our studio in New York with 2 of the 3 authors of a new book, 1517 to Paris, the true story of a train, a terrorist, and 3 American heroes. I'm proud to welcome 2 of them here now, Anthony Sadler and Spencer Stone. Guys, thanks for being with us. I got to ask before we go any further, where's the third guy? Where's Alex?
He's actually at sniper school right now, rolling around in the dirt and shooting paper. So
that sounds like more fun than doing this. Yeah. Your book is out. Came out this week as we're speaking. I'm sure you've been asked this question a whole lot, but there was that moment in time, and you took an action and did something pretty remarkable, actually. How has that changed all 3 of your lives?
In every way possible. We just had, in the past year, we've had crazy opportunities and just been bouncing all over the world, and just now we have a book out. We just never would have thought it would have snowballed into this, but all the opportunities we had, they've been fun, and they've really been a blessing, so it's been a good year.
The American action flick sells sort of this myth that the ordinary guy or the ordinary person is ready to take action and ready to jump in at any moment's notice. But the truth is it's a fantasy, because really faced with it in real life, most of us will freeze. Most of us will think, and hesitate. And then in that moment of hesitation, you've lost the opportunity. There was a moment of hesitation on the terrorist part where his gun jammed, and y'all jumped in immediately. Was that conscious? Was that, where did that come from? Where did that instinct to let's do something right now?
Well, I think it comes a little bit from everywhere. Just how we were raised, and just taught to put others before ourselves. And also part of it is, like we all had certain skills in certain areas, and personally I knew in my head that if I could just get up in this guy's face and get close to him, that I potentially might be able to do something, or at least give a chance for other people to flee or do whatever they have to do. And in that moment there was option A, sit there and die, option B, die on my feet, and that was really it for me. So that was kind of my thought process when I went after him.
Yeah, Anthony?
The initial thing we saw was him with the gun, so there was really no thought process to be had. It, like Spencer said, it was either do or don't. Spencer got up and me and Alec just followed. It was the right opportunity, but we didn't really take any time to think about it. It was kind of like go now or we'll have the chance.
Yeah, it's interesting. In reading articles about the event, there is a moment where I think the British fellow, whose name escapes me right now, Chris Norman said, my thought was I'm going to die. So I can either die sitting here or I can die taking action. And everybody took action, which is great. I know that the 3 of you have been lifelong friends. Like, to what degree did that affect what you did or how you did it? Anthony, I'll start with you.
I think it affected it totally, because I was still trying to process, within 4 or 5 seconds, still trying to process, like, is this really happening to us right now? Like, just when I first seen the gunman, and the fact that Spencer had gotten up so fast was really just instinctually for me to just go follow him into battle. Like, that was really my only motivation to get up out of my seat.
You react. Did it occur to you at that moment of reaction, I know these guys have my back. I know they're coming in with me, or did you just figure, what the heck? I got to stop this crap now.
It was kind of both. I mean, I was in the aisle, so I had the action seat. I really had no choice but to get up first. And, I figured, hey, either way.
You weren't going to say, excuse me, I'm going to go out now?
Come on, guys, you're either coming with me or we're all going to die. So, but no, I knew in the back of my head that my friends would be there to back me up, and sure enough, they were within seconds. And I credit them for saving my life as well.
Anthony uses the word blessing and the things that have happened since then. It makes me really wonder and want to ask, to what degree does faith play a role, or did faith play a role in that day in your life?
I think it plays a role in our lives entirely. We were so many instances that you can call coincidences or miracles that we weren't even supposed to be on that train that day in that train car, and we just happened to be. And I think the book gives a good job at listing those various things and how we got to that point, and just we were in the right place at the right time, and a lot of things went our way that day that easily could have went the wrong way.
Well, okay, we got a teaser for the book right there about how you weren't supposed to be there at that particular moment in time, but you in fact were. For those who haven't read the accounts or seen any of the video that was taken, there was a cell phone video that was released that showed some of the aftermath. What happened on that train that day?
Well, we were actually in the wrong part of the train at first. We weren't at our assigned seating, and it was actually bad Wi-Fi that led us to our correct seats, because we had bought first-class tickets. So we said, what the heck, we're wasting our money. Let's go up there and get what we paid for. And we got up there about 30 minutes later. Me and Anthony both fall asleep. Next thing I know, we're both woken up by a commotion of a train employee running down the aisle in the other direction. I look over at Alec. He's turned around in his seat, looking towards the back of the train. I take my headphones off. I hear glass breaking, people screaming, and first thing I see is the guy coming through the door, shirtless, backpack strapped to the front of him, picking up an AK-47 off the ground and then loading around in the chamber. And then, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist at that point to figure out what this guy's going to do. So I just, he's going to start killing people. We got to start shooting it. This is our moment. We got to go right now, or it's going to be bad. And then so I just, took a leap of faith, and I sprinted right at him. He pointed the AK at me, pulled the trigger. The firing pin struck the primer, but it was a bad primer. And so he had to cycle another round into the chamber. But before he could do that, I was able to make it to him. We hit the ground after I tackled him, and fought a little bit. I was trying to grab the gun. I practiced jiu-jitsu, so I just kind of went straight to that, put him in a rear naked choke, and then Alec and Anthony ran up and started helping me beat him up.
You got cut, right?
Yep. Yeah. In the process, he took out a box cutter, started cutting the back of my neck. I was trying to cut my carotid artery, but luckily I kind of had my chin tucked into his back, and then he also sliced my left thumb down to the bone.
Yes, how's the recovery been on that?
It's good, little loss of sensation, but it works. It's there. It's all good.
That's good.
I'm very fortunate.
That's great. Thanks to the fisticuffs.
That's right. Yeah, they came and laid it down for me.
That's great. I'm going to ask you this question, just in terms of guns. This guy had a series of guns, a bunch of guns, in which he was going to do violence. Do you buy into the argument that if there were a gun ban, this would have never happened?
No, because at the end of the day, criminals are criminals, and they're going to do what they want. They don't follow the laws. That's why they're criminals. So no, I don't.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. All right, fascinating story. I hope you agree. Back to you, J.D.
Thanks very much, Bill. Again, the name of that book is The 1517 to Paris, the true story of a terrorist, a train, and 3 American heroes. It is an incredible story, a true story, and we appreciated hearing their account. Now, this programming reminder. To be able to see your favorite programs here on Newsmax TV, there are several ways you can watch us. Watch this program, Newsmax Prime, and the Steve Malzberg Show weeknights. You can check us out on Verizon Fios, channel 115, Roku, Google TV, YouTube, plus other cable systems across the country. And of course, the easiest way to watch us is at newsmaxtv.com. But we'd also recommend you download the Newsmax TV app to your personal phone. Many of you watch this evening's show live, but did you know you can also see this program once again and check out many of your favorite segments from our archives again as well? And the way to do that is to go to newsmaxtv.com. That'll do it for tonight. This campaign between Hillary and Trump is really heating up. We'll have more of it when we see it tomorrow night. Till then, stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.